I am Trayvon Martin.
I am Trayvon Martin.
Chief Ralph Godby.
There's a reason why I didn't wear my hoodie today. If you check my Twitter account, you'll see me hoodie up. But I thought it was important to stand before you today in this uniform because I am Trayvon Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raphael Johnson. And the 300.
Yes, sir. Bless you. Can we first give a hand for UAW, Local 600, and NAACP for having the balls to put this thing together? And Ovarian, as we represent the Detroit 300, I'm going to say a few things with the couple minutes that I have that are going to be personal. And it should be no way a reflection of the mission of the Detroit 300. First of all, it is my humble prayer that Allah God be pleased with that young brother Trayvon's soul, and that he heal and take the necessary steps of comfort for his mother and his father and their family who loved him much dearly than any of us can. My second prayer is that justice run its course, not just for George Zimmerman, but all the George Zimmermans throughout these United Snakes of America who think that young black people are all, whose life is valueless, that we don't mean anything. May God bring down his wrath on every soul who take advantage of black, brown, poor, white, Latino, and anybody else who are dying innocently in this country. That's my personal prayer. Now, while we pray for Trayvon, while we pray for our brother Trayvon, and while we do our hoodie, and while we do whatever else that we do in our respect and our support for what's going on in Florida, there are some issues that we have to deal with right here in the city of Detroit. Because our beloved president, who we love, who we want to win his second term, who we will go out and vote for, our beautiful president, indicated that if he had a son, his son would look like Trayvon. Well, we must humbly submit, dear President, that you don't have to have a son because your daughter Malia Ann and Natasha look just like Khadijah Davis, look just like Ari Berry, look just like Ayanna Jones and Bianca Jones. You don't have to wish that you had a son. There are babies. Derek Miller, 9 months old, killed by an AK-47 bullet. Mariah Smith, who was taken out of her home, 4 years old, taken to an abandoned building, beaten in the head, and raped and set on fire with 41 cents of gas. You don't have to go nowhere and look. We got injustices happening right here in the city of Detroit. Y'all don't hear me. We're tired. We're upset. We're angry. We're frustrated. And anybody that's a father, that's a brother, that's an uncle, that's a grandfather, anybody that's a mother or auntie, you don't feel the pain that we're feeling. You don't feel the sentiment that we're feeling. This has nothing to do with being radical. Damn it, there's no law to tell me how to stand up and be a man. As long as there's babies dying in the street and grandmothers are being accosted, giving somebody an opportunity to make some money to rake your grass, and you rake their grass and they get paid and they come in and try to kill her. Grandmothers being raped at 90 years old. As long as grandmothers are being raped and babies are being killed, no man in this city should be sitting down on his backside. He should be standing his behind up, out in the street, on his porch, on the corner, in the right, in the alleys, on the street. He should be getting up off his behind. And there should be no woman standing amongst us. If you got a lazy, no good man who sit at home all day and point his old fat finger, sitting on his fat behind, talking about what somebody else ain't doing, you should drop him like a bad habit. Lock down your legs. Don't give him the time of the day. Thank you. We don't deserve nothing.
We are creating a movement of men who are saying enough is enough.
And people try to portray us as vigilantes. Let me tell you, the devil is a liar. We are working closely with the Detroit police, despite whatever people try to say. We provide information, we knock on doors, and the problem is there's too many people who are comfortable with the status quo. You're hiding the killers in your house, and you might be a grandmother. It's your grandson that's killing babies. It's some other people out there who know about crimes that are taking place in this city. We're tired of women having to carry a gun to take out the garbage. At some point, we should be able to go get gas at night if we want to. We should be able to go to a church service in the evening if we want to and feel like we can come home. I tell you what, the time has come that brothers, we're not standing for it anymore. We are taking a stand and we're changing this community. But here's the deal, y'all. The way they hate on us is because we're not just changing to Detroit. Because we get ready to change Atlanta. We get ready to change Houston. We get ready to change Oakland, California. We get ready to change Washington, D.C. We get ready to change the United Kingdom. Because I tell you what, brothers from across the country and the women who support the Detroit 300 have realized that, you know what, we have value and we can make a difference. And enough is enough. Thank you. You can sign up. We have Detroit 300. We can sign up. We have clipboards with our volunteers right now all over there right at the table. We're asking that you come over. Just don't clap and go home. Join us in the fight so we can knock on doors and say, who killed that 9-month-old baby? We need to know not only who pulled the trigger, but who drove him to the house. Who gave him the gun? See, it's a whole bunch of people who are not being captured in this thing. But I tell you what, it's a new day in the city of Detroit.
Angelo Henderson from AM 1200, and Raphael Johnson and the brothers of 300.